Hey y'all, so I know it's been a long time, y'all, and it's a shame on me for coming to y'all looking this ratchet. But I felt like I needed to kind of update y'all. I'm gonna turn this lamp on so it can be a little brighter in here. I felt like I needed to update you all on um my delivery, and now my baby starts acting a fool. My delivery, usually people call these videos labor and delivery. However, I did not have a labor. um After my 38-week appointment checkup, whatever, um after the ultrasound, they were estimating the baby to be 9 pounds 7 ounces, or 9 pounds 8 ounces, around that. And so we were guided by the doctor to just elect to have a C-section scheduled, and we chose the date of June 2nd. I was given the instructions, to bathe in the Hibiclens soap the night before the morning of. Don't eat anything after 3 a.m. We had to report to the hospital, and they had me down for surgery at 11 a.m. And of course, it was difficult for me because I was always hopeful that, something would happen where I just wouldn't have to deal with that. But having to, just think about her well-being over mine. The risks were greater for me with the C-section than they were for her. And with the vaginal delivery, the risks were greater for her than they were for me. So I just wanted, my perfect little bundle to come out safely. And if that meant I had to have, my first surgery ever in life, then that's just what it meant. So husband drove to the hospital that morning. I mean, he was driving like we were in labor because he made us late by not packing Reese's bag with his food and stuff for his parents' house. He didn't pack it the night before like I told him. So that was his fault. You okay, mama? Okay, so now I have to hold her in case she starts whining. Say hey, peeps. Say hey. Why are you looking at me instead of the camera? You don't know nothing about no camera, Sean. I just know about my mommy. Oh. Oh. Okay, so I have to feed my baby. Okay, mama. Okay. So, we arrived at the hospital. Husband was driving like I was in labor. He pulled up to that bad boy, going the wrong direction underneath the little cover they have to, drop off folks at the hospital. And he pulls up and parks the car, opens the door, doesn't close it. Like I'm really in labor, y'all. It was too hilarious. So, we went and got admitted. I got a little bracelet, hospital bracelet. They moved me to like a recovery room, and that was like where I was prepped for surgery. And then like after surgery, we went back there with the baby for some hours that I don't remember. But either way, my nurse was there. She asked me my whole life story pretty much. And I had to like wipe off with these cloths. They made me feel really sticky. I didn't like that too much. And put on the gown, and then they monitored. They had like the monitor on for her heart rate and my blood pressure. And I got an IV. She kept asking me a million, questions. They sent husband down to get some breakfast, which was fantastic because he was so nervous, y'all. And that worked out really well. And they had his little outfit ready for him. So, and then you can't shave the area or wax it or anything coming up to your surgery. So they send someone in to come and shave you how they need you to be shaved for the surgery with this little drill looking thing. Um, and then maybe like 10:30, they rolled me back and I had to leave husband, but we prayed before, we left or whatever. And they went on and rolled me back. And once I got to the operating room, there were several nurses and other people I didn't know their job titles, but they all introduced themselves and were very nice and, told me what they were there for, to help with the surgery or to take care of the baby or whatever their job was. They were all working like, they know what the deal is, covering stuff in that blue stuff and, rolling the things in and out of the room. The anesthesiologist came in and introduced himself, but he was sort of kind of like behind me. So I didn't see any of his equipment. So I have no idea what the tools or materials look like for to do the epidural. Okay, I have no idea. So when I describe it, all I'm saying is what it felt like to me in my body. Okay. They started the process to do that. I had to lean on my nurse with her little bitty self and hold on to her while I was on the edge of the bed. They told me that it would be feel like pressure, like a pinching and pressure, because he did like some type of needle thing to numb the area, which confused me. I wish they wouldn't say that, because I was thinking I wouldn't feel anything after that, which is not the case. You feel the pressure after they numb the area. So I don't get why they say that at all. But they did the needle thing, and then I felt what felt like a tube being pushed into my back. And he pushed it very hard and very firmly, and I felt like I was going to come off of that table. And my little bitty nurse kept saying, "I'm not going to let you fall." And I kept saying, "I feel like I'm going to fall." And he asked me to tell him where I was feeling it. And I did not really know. But it did feel like it was on one side and not the other. So they pulled it out and we tried that bad boy again. Excuse me. Can't get my throat clear. And we tried that bad boy again. And they told me we were going to have to try it again. So they told me to just try not to tense up. Because that, of course, doesn't help it to go any better if you tense. So I tried my best to just relax my body and really curve over onto my nurse. And the whole time, all that was going through my head was this song, and it says, "Let your power fall," what your name is called. And I was just singing that song in my head. Let your power fall when your name is called. Prove the doubters wrong. God, you're still mighty and strong. So fight this battle for me. Girl, I'm telling y'all, I was trying to make it, okay? And I guess had I been having like contractions and the worst pain in my life, maybe it wouldn't have been that bad. But that bad boy hurt to me. So if you're not in labor, don't expect it to be like how some people just so easily relax on the table. Everybody's journey is different. And I had to call on the Lord, honey, because, whoo, I felt it, okay? So once that happened, I started, my legs started getting tingly. They helped me to lie down, and then they began testing to see, how far up this epidural was helping to numb me, because it had to numb me to my chest. So the weirdest thing, and they, kind of prepare you for it. You will be breathing, but you will not feel your chest moving up and down. So you may not feel like you're breathing, and you may get scared. And I didn't get scared. I thought it was kind of cool. My chest, was moving up and down. I couldn't feel it. And I was breathing, but it was actually pretty relaxing. not to have to feel your body. So after that happened, they were trying to get me like a certain number of fluid bags of fluid before it started. So I was full of fluid, child. They started that in the post-op. So what is it? No, would that be pre-op? I don't know. Either way, they started that before the surgery. And then my doctor came in along with her doctor that was assisting her. And then like 11ish, they told somebody to go and get husband. And he came back with the camera. And I was kind of mad because I thought that he would be able to like film the entire surgery because I wanted to see. I could not see it. And he was going to try to, but one of the nurses told him just to film when the baby was coming out and they would let him know. So they started the surgery or whatever. I did not feel anything, y'all. I mean, maybe we had to try twice with the epidural. Shoot, we had to try twice with my IV in my arm, okay? But either way, the second time worked just fine. I did not feel anything. The tugging and the pulling wasn't a huge deal for me either. So I did not feel any of that. When they pulled the baby out, I mean, her little head was out only. And because I could kind of see some things from the reflection of the light above the surgery table. And when her little head came out, my doctor said, "Oh, you made the right choice." And then when they finally got her body out, which takes all of like a few minutes, y'all, it's really fast. They said, "Oh, she looks like a 3-month-old." So they passed her and held her up, and all I could see was her feet. And then I finally could see her little face, and she was just perfect. I mean, I scanned her from head to toe in a matter of seconds, and she was perfect. And I just said, thank God. And I closed my eyes, and tears were rolling down. And don't you know, those nurses wiped my tears. They told me, close your eyes, and they wiped my tears off my face for me. And they, cleaned her off and made sure, because she had passed some meconium in the uterus, probably because she realized mama was stressed out and she probably hadn't experienced that before. So they had to get all that yuck stuff out. And they were putting the tube to make sure to get all this fluid out of her. Make sure there was no fluid in her lungs and stuff. But she was screaming from the get-go. So I knew she was okay. And I had told her too, before the surgery, I was like, when you come out, when they pull you out, I said, just scream so mommy and daddy know you're okay. And so she hollered real good, and they cleaned her off. And then everybody kept saying, what's the weight? What's the weight? 9 pounds and 14 ounces. And that's mama and daddy's wedding anniversary, September 14th. So we were like so excited, and I was like, husband, you know what that is? 9/14. He's like, oh my God. And then also her time of birth was 11/11. So my wish came true. 9/14, my baby. And I said, if I went through all this to have a C-section, she had better be big. So she was, spitting distance from 10 pounds. I always say had it been a second longer in there, had we waited a second longer, she would have been 10 pounds. And they checked her out. And then once they finished fixing me up, and they put like some kind of glue on the incision on the outside. So once they did that, they covered me up and wrapped my baby up and put her in my arms. And then I kind of started like sliding down on one side because I couldn't really feel anything. And so they helped me sit back up, and as the mommy, you have to hold that baby while they roll you to recovery. And they knew that I wanted to breastfeed, so a lactation nurse was like right there waiting to help me. Thank God, Nia just latched on really well. I didn't have any issues with nursing her or latch or anything like that. So I do not remember anything. I just remember waking up in the room, and there was this little cute little baby, and they had put a little bow on her her little hat, because you know they put them in the little newborn outfits with the little paper looking shirt and a hat. So they put a little pink bow on it. I didn't get out of bed that same day. I had to wait until the next day when they took the little compression cuff things off my legs, and it was, difficult getting up. I'm not gonna, play with y'all. It was tough, even with pain medication, because you're moving all this stuff that was numb the day before. So that was tough getting up. It felt like I was gonna split in half. I remember thinking like, this is exactly why I did not want a freaking C-section. This mess hurts. But I pressed my way up. I got up. They wanted me to be able to, urinate, and they wanted to measure to make sure my bladder was emptying. So every time I would go to the bathroom for the first 3 times on my own, after they removed the catheter, I had to, buzz them in to come and look at it, which is just so much fun having people measure your pee-pee. And I had to use this little bottle. I think they call it a perinatal bottle or something like that. To just kind of wash off the area with warm water. Because they wanted everything to be clean and, good. And hold on, little mama. So they wanted everything to be clean and good. So I had to do that. And they wanted you to take a shower. After they removed my IV port thing out of my hand, I had to take a shower, get in there, stand up straight, and try to reach the soap and all that. It was just tough, y'all. It was tough. But, I knew I wanted to move around. I knew that was good for me to move around so that I could just kind of, feel how stuff was kind of going to feel. Because it didn't feel great all the time, And by the time I got ready to leave the hospital, I did feel, somewhat better. And I was like, maybe I can do this, But having a C-section is surgery, And so if, you know that this is something like how I kind of was, it was just inevitable that you would have to have it. Just prepare yourself that it's not easy, but you can do it, I always say if something's been done before, it can be done again, And I've never had surgery before in my life, so I had no idea, how I would respond to anesthesia, how the incision would feel, how it would look, everything. But you can barely see it, y'all. So don't be worried about, the incision. You can't see that. And if you like me, you big fine, and you got a little cinnamon roll down there, then you definitely can't see it. Because mine is like right under my little cinnamon roll. So you really can't see it at all. And they use some kind of glue. So it's just like sealed up. Just like such a perfect little line. It's just nothing to, worry about as far as that. So just focus on, healing and health, and don't worry about no little line, no little smiley face on your belly. Okay. I hope I'm not leaving out anything. If you have any questions regarding her actual delivery, then you can leave them in the comments below. I went to the doctor yesterday for a 2-week post-op follow-up, and she went to the pediatrician yesterday for her 2-week visit. So we actually vlogged yesterday, and that will be up. This will probably be up first, just because some things we mentioned in the video, in the vlog yesterday, that we filmed yesterday, you won't know what's going on until you see this first. So, I had lots of people reach out to me, during my recovery. like, what's going on? Is the baby here? Are you okay? We need to know, what's going on. And those who were following me on Instagram were able to see pictures of her, and know that, she had been delivered and everything was okay. But I just wanted to say thanks to everyone for checking on little old me and little old Nia, who is drunk on milk right now. And we are doing great. We are doing fantastic. 2 weeks and 1 day since delivery. And I mean, I'm feeling as close to normal as possible. Um, Still have all this acne and dry skin. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. But thank you, everyone who checked on us and was concerned about us, thought about us, prayed for us, whatever you did, knowingly or unknowingly. Thank you so much. And like this video if your girl kept it real about that C-section. And don't forget to comment any questions or compliments, concerns, what have you. And if you're not subscribed, boo boo, you need to subscribe, honey, because I need to know who's out there watching. I want to see y'all. And if you're not a subscriber, I can't really know what's going on. If you don't comment, I don't know if you like something or don't like it. So let me know, and look out for a vlog coming up. Husband will be in the vlog, and Nia will be in that vlog as well. So thanks so much for watching, and y'all have a great day.